Good morning. It is Q&A Friday. What's happening? I'm Bill DeWeese, professional voiceover talent, voiceover coach, voiceover demo producer, author of my latest voiceover book, Get Paid Using Your Voice, which is available in digital download, paperback, audiobook. Get all three. Link is below in the description, so check that out. I'm excited. It's Friday. We've got here in the Chicagoland area, sunny and 80 all weekend. I got my summer haircut. I am ready to go. I'm loaded for bear. Let's get this party started. So every weekday morning we get together at this time. I say morning, it's morning my time, but we have a global audience. But at this time every day, Monday through Friday, we get together so I can share a voiceover tip, trick, strategy, something to help you make money, start making money, or to help you make more money in voiceover. And it's a community of people who are supportive, who are excited, who are, just eager to learn. And I am so grateful that you're here. And thanks for the subscriptions, and thanks for liking the videos and for sharing the videos, for being an evangelist for the cause of VO and for this channel. And I appreciate it. I just hope you guys know that. I try to say that as often as I can because I really mean it. It means a lot. And you're helping a lot of people when you do that as well. Today's Q&A day, which means that you have a question. I'm going to get to as many questions as I can. I can't always promise I'll get to every single one. My morning is packed today, so I won't be able to hang around too terribly long, but I'll take as much time as I can to answer as many questions as I can. So if you have a question, throw it up in the live stream chat, and we'll get to that in just a second. Quick reminder while you're doing that is that the wait list is up and ready for you to sign in, to let me know you're interested in coming to my live event, my first live event in 8 years here in the Chicago area. It's a very limited 100 people only. We're doing a small venue, a small intimate gathering, 100 folks. I'm going to be there, obviously teaching. My daughter Mallory will be teaching on Fiverr. We've also got a great presentation on how to make money on Upwork. That's going to, be happening as well. It's going to be a great day. And when you get on what happens is when you get on the wait list is that when we open registration, we're going to immediately send you an email and a text so that you make sure that you're one of the first 100 people that gets registered. But beyond that, when you register on that day, the day the gates open, the registration opens, you're going to save half off on the cost of being there, half off the retail price. So that's, I think, some pretty compelling reasons to, if you're going to come to the event, which I hope you are, to make sure you get on that list. And there's a link below in the description, and it is BillDeWeeseLiveEvents.com. That's the URL. So let's see who we've got on the live stream this morning. We've got Tim, who was first in today. Congrats, Tim, in Altoona. Hope you're doing well, Tim. Rusty in the UP of Michigan, Nephi in Knoxville, Aaron in Columbia, Missouri, Emma in Huntington Beach, Mike, what's going on in Oak Island, North Carolina, GS in Longview, Mark in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, Ethan in Toronto. The Canadians, you guys have shown up today. Thank you. I appreciate that. Ethan, in Toronto, I think I mentioned that. John in Rhinebeck. We got Jason in Kearney, Nebraska, and Mary in New Jersey, Grady in the heart of the beautiful Finger Lakes of Ithaca, New York. Jason, Newport, Oregon. JR in Austin, Texas. He says, happy Friday, Luya. Yes, indeed. Ron in Charleston, South Carolina. Alex in Utah. Marla, Texas. It's Martin in Huntington Beach, California. I love your channel and content, Martin says. Martin, thank you very much. I appreciate your kind remarks. We've got, let's see here. Kibby and to Bill C. What's going on? Corey, yesterday I got my first direct email marketing job. Oh my gosh, where's my bell? Get out the bell. My celebratory bell. We had the big direct email marketing class just a few weeks ago. And so Corey, after 1,300 direct emails to video production companies, one reached out for a quick 30-second script. Man, yeah. The direct email marketing, if you're thinking 1,300 direct emails, oh yeah, direct email marketing is a numbers game. And by the way, I'm sure, Corey, that you will hear from more people than just the one, just from even the first 1,300. So, sometimes you hear back immediately. Sometimes it can literally, I've heard back from people years after I've contacted them thinking they've forgotten about me. So you just keep Keep planting those seeds. That is fantastic, Corey. So excited for you. Sandra in Dallas, Fort Worth, you have a great weekend. Keith in Renton, Washington. Laura, how are you doing in Nashville, Tennessee? I'm curious what a typical day of the week might look like, hour-wise, for a VO artist making close to six figures. Well, Laura, I mean, it's no, no 2 days are ever the same. It's different every day. But I will tell you this: you mentioned specifically once you're making six figures, because earlier on in your career, obviously, most of your time is spent marketing. So I can, as a six-figure voiceover talent, I can tell you what a typical day will look like for me. So let's see here. Let me tell you what I got going on today. For instance, I've got, let's see, I just got a really nice order in through Fiverr for a job due today. It's like 200, I think it pays 240 something bucks. Um, I've got a pickup to do for Dunkin' Donuts. I'm recording weekly promos for New Mexico PBS. And also, let's see, what's this for? I'm not sure the company offhand, but I can see I've got it's some pharmaceutical or medical type narration. I got some pickups for that. And I'm sure before the day's over, I just heard from a client in Brazil. They've got like a 30-second commercial they need me to record today. So, some days can be fairly slow, but it's not uncommon for me to do five, upwards of 10 jobs in a day. And that you may think, "Oh my gosh, how could you do that many jobs in a day?" Once you've done this for a while, I honestly, if I could coordinate my clients, if I really had the will to do this, if I really wanted to do it bad enough, I could coordinate my work where I'd be done by noon every day. That wouldn't be a problem. I could do that. But I don't want to make it too terribly difficult on my clients. I want to make it as easy for them to get things done when they need it. So that's why I make myself available throughout the day. So, when I'm done with this, I'll grab a quick bite upstairs. I'm producing a demo for somebody, so that'll be about an hour and a half session to do that, and then I'll get to work on all of these other projects that I've got going on. And I'll be done, early this afternoon, most likely. So I hope that kind of gives you an idea. But again, it can vary from day to day. That's what my today looks like, though. Excuse me, Terry in Akron, New York. I didn't even know there was an Akron in New York. I knew there was in Ohio, but I learned something today, Terry. Can we get a clarification on not spending more than 10 minutes on an audition, like just recording? How long does that editing take you after? Uh, did I say 10 minutes? I mean, I know I've given, I tell people not to spend too much time, and I wouldn't spend more than 10 minutes on an audition. I usually spend less time than that. Um, Now, if you're new at this, it's going to take you, don't put yourself into a box and say, well, Bill has done this for, about 18 years. And so, I need to do it as quickly as him. No, but here's what happens oftentimes. I'll find new talent. They're so obsessed with making things perfect that they just never stop. It's like the audition that never ends. They work on it, they work on it, they work on it hours, and then they're not happy yet. So the next day they'll work on it some more, work on it some more. Here's the thing, if you look at the script and you think through the idea of context and all the things that I teach on this channel and in my voiceover blueprint, if you've done that, it's not going to get better after 4 or 5 takes. That's just the reality. It's just not going to get better after that. So you know, take your best take up to that point and then edit it and then be done with it. Gene in Dallas, Fort Worth. What's happening? Joy in Southfield, Michigan. Wayne in Port Orchard. John in Denver. Rob in Indianapolis. Tim in Kansas. We've got Matthew in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Jeremy in Atlanta. Scotty in Brookings, South Dakota. Monica in Poland. I see blurred background now. Oh, new gear? No. You know what? Actually, this is because I upgraded the software, the operating system on my Mac to the latest whatever. I don't even know what it's called. And oddly, and it's funny because I brought up my software and all of a sudden I get these new options. Actually, it's not through my streaming software. It's just through through the operating system. It senses my camera and it allows me to change the lighting. It allows me to put it in, right now I have it in portrait mode, so it gives a slightly blurry background. But like, watch this. Check this out, guys. I can change that, I think, on the fly. Let me see if I can do that. So if I want to take, yeah, right there. So the blur's gone, right? If I want to make it real, I can do that. Or I can do it someplace in between. We'll do it just a little bit. And I can also change studio lighting. I can make it dark. I can make it bright. So yeah, no, that's not new equipment. That's just upgrade on the operating system. But it's kind of cool, I think. Tim, let's see, I mentioned you, didn't I? Yes, Scotty in Brookings, South Dakota. Monica, okay, Monica in Poland, yes, I just answered that question. Rebecca, how are you doing in Michigan? Albuquerque checking in. In just a few minutes, I'll be recording promos for New Mexico PBS very soon. If you listen to New Mexico PBS, I'm the voice of the channel. I think there's a female too. There's male and female. We've got Viv here. Started the direct email marketing also. I'm pushing for 25 a day. That's really good, Viv. That's real good. Feeling confident after the webinar. Thank you. That's the way to make it pay off. Chad in Daytona Beach. Wally, good morning, and thanks for the Deweese Blueprint machine. Yeah, Wally's one of the students in my voiceover blueprint. For those of you who are not aware, this is not my training program. These are some videos that, yes, I share some training tips and strategies, but my training, for those of you who want to be students of my voiceover training, I have a program called the Voiceover Blueprint, and these students have access to all of my training, the complete catalog, and it's a lot. I've done training on everything imaginable, as well as some also guest instructor training that's available. But also we have daily, Monday through Friday, we have at least one live webinar where we're teaching and talking about, like for instance, performance and letting students read and getting feedback and marketing and Q&As and Fiverr and everything imaginable. So we've got that, and then we have our private Facebook group for our live community where they can interact, but also watch. As I work, I stream live. So my students, as long as sometimes I'm under, a lot of time, about half the time I'm under a non-disclosure. I can't share those, but everything else I share so they can watch. Like for instance, yesterday I did a political TV commercial, and they were able to watch that session, and as I was being directed by the client. So to learn more about that, below in the description, you'll see the links to my voiceover training resources. Wally, thank you, by the way. Ali, how are you doing in Pakistan? I've been following your stuff for a while. Well, it's good to have you here today. Appreciate it. Jordan in Austin. Mary, how important is it to have a separate email account or email set up versus just using a Gmail account? Is that a make or break deal for direct marketing? Well, there's no breaking. I mean, you can get by with about anything. It's just that if you do things in a certain way, you're gonna have to send more emails to get a response. And you should have a separate email with, like, for instance, I have a bill@billdeweese.com account. That it positions me more as a professional talent. If I'd used a Bill DeWeese at Gmail account, it wouldn't be as confirming that I'm dedicated to doing this as a profession. When you have a website and you've paid for a URL and all of those things just give more credibility. Therefore, you can expect a better response to your marketing efforts. Dale in West Sussex, UK. Good to have you here today, Dale. Justin in Chicago. Justin, are you coming to my event? July 13th. Make sure you get on the wait list. If not, I'd love to see you there. Michael, Coos Bay, Oregon. Yes, Dylan. How are you doing in Florida? Trippy in Northwest Ohio. How do I know the audio I'm putting out for auditions is the right format? MP3. All auditions, MP3 format. I do mine typically at 192 kbps, kilobits per second. So that's very, very standard. You can do it at a higher bit rate if you want. It really won't help you, but MP3, that's the deal. Melissa in San Diego, and I think we got everybody. Hey, again, thanks for being here. Have a great, wonderful weekend, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys on Monday.